I'm Mary Beth from the Pilates Advantage. The video you're about to do is bar sculpt. We use the bars to hold while we were doing the work, but you can use a chair at home or lean against the wall. Enjoy, and thanks for joining us today. Take a deep breath in, bring your arms up. Abs in, roll forward. Pour the juice out of your head and round up. Shoulders up and around. Up and around. Two more. Up and around. Last one. Up. And look to the right. Right. Center. Left. Center. Look up. Up. Center. Down. Look left. Left. Center. Right. Look up. Up. Center, down, and down. Bend right, left, both up. Now left, right and up. Now right, left and up. Now left, right and up. Sweep to the right one time. So sweep, lift 2 times. And sweep, lift. Sweep, lift 2 times. Sweep, lift 2 times. Sweep, lift 2 times. Take a deep breath, arms up. Come down, starting on the left. And bend left. Straight up. Now right. And up. And left. Straight up. One more to the right. And straight up. Sweep to the left. 1 time. Sweep, lift 2 times. Sweep, lift 2 times to the right. Sweep, lift 2 to the left. 1 more. Sweep, lift, right. Come around on the right side. Straight up. Now left. Right and up. And right. And up. Left. Right and up. Sweep to the right. Sweep 2 times. Sweep, and 2 times. Good. And come down, bend your knees. Pull your arms in, shoulders up, back, and down. Reach out, squeezing from your armpits down. Okay, sweep to the left. So sweep, up, sweep, up. Now 5, 4, 3, curtsy to the center. And 4, 3, slow to the right. Sweep, up, sweep, and 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and curtsy 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand back, round and open, crunch and open, crunch and open, crunch. Now pelvic tuck, forward and back. Equal from both sides, reach into both heels and halfway. Lift, side bend, right and up. 2 more. 1 more. To the left and left. Think of the back of your head, back of your shoulders against the wall. Last one. Reach out now, ribs. It's 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, the left, and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now push. Right, left. 4. Now shift your weight from side to side. Cross the chest. And 4, 3, 2, 1 on the diagonal, reach from your armpit to your elbow. And stay. Turn your foot, heel of the hand, heel of the foot. Lengthen the body, take a nice deep breath. And now push left, right. For like you're scraping along. Use some force. Across the chest. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2, hold here. Turn, reach, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the left. It's 4, 3, 2, and curtsy from your armpits. 2, 3, 4. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and curtsy. 4, 3, 2, 1, and crunch, and open, crunch, and open. Really press your elbows back to open that chest, and top, under, and back. Scooping from the belly button to the pelvic floor. Last one. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to look at your feet and line them up and make sure they're in the same line. And you're going to bend your knees to come down. And as soon as you do that, you're going to find that your lower back is going to cave in and you're going to stick your butt up. So what you want to imagine is that you have a zipper and you're going to zip it up and reach your tailbone down. And you want to pretend like you're a piece of toast in the toaster. So you don't want to burn your butt and you don't want to burn your chest. So you want to keep yourself neutral as if you're sliding the back of your head and the back of your shoulders against the wall as you come down.
Yeah.
It's too loud. Okay, so now pulse. So now as you start moving, you're going to see that back is going to stick out. So you want to pull up and press. Now press down into your feet. Imagine you're pushing your feet away and see what you feel in your thighs. And 4, 2, now push down into your feet and pull them in. Feel the muscles pull right up into your belly. And down, down, and right up to the inner thighs. Flat pelvis. You want to make sure you're not sticking your butt out. You want to pull your zipper up, drop the tailbone down. Maintain your shoulders above your ribs and hips and slide down the wall. Press down, down. Now I want you to reach into your feet and pretend like you're trying to pull them together. You feel your belly get tight into your inner thighs. 4, balance a book on the top of your head. And now push down into your feet, pretend like you're trying to spread them apart. Just notice the difference. You want to work all the muscles in your glutes and your thighs. So now press down and draw them in. Now drop, lower, and hold it. And hold it. So drop your tailbone, pull your belly in, get your shoulders right above your hips. 3, 2, now push into your foot and lift. And lift. Reaching into your big toe and your pinky toe. 4, 3, 2, now switch to the other foot. It's 8, 7, now stay down. Lift up your head. Drop your tailbone in a minor tuck. 2, 1, switch sides. It's 4, get low. 2, 1, on the right. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now both is 8. Lift your heels. Big toe, pinky toe, and 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up and drop it. 8. Get your shoulders above your ribs. Almost lean back. 4, 3, 2. Drop 1 inch and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stay. Heels down, down, up, 2, up, 3. So lean back a little. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay, knees in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay on your toes. Press your knees behind you. Now it's 8. Get neutral. Lean back. Connect your ribs to your hips. And 4, and 3, and 2. And 1, close down, it's 8, you're still on your toes, 7, you're still lifting, your heels are in the air. 4, 3, 2, and hold, left heel is 8, and 7, get low, 6, and 5, and breathing, 4, 3, 2, and switch sides, 8, lift up, 3, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and toe, heel, bend, push through your pinky toe, squeeze, like you have the ball between your knees, you want to squeeze it through the thighs, and lift, down, bend, heels, lift, down, bend, stay, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and alternate, and left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 4, 3, 2, 1, heels down and press, 2, 3, get your shoulders above your hips, now 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, drop lower, 8, and 7, reach into both feet, even, and 4, and 3, and 2, one more time, and 8, 3, and 7, you can rest, 6, and 5, keep breathing, you guys, if you never did this before, it's very fatiguing, 2, and 1, and toe, and up, heel down, and bend, so get your shoulders above your ribs, hips, and down, and up, and up, and up, and stay, reverse its toe, bend, heel, and straighten, okay, now, heel, and down, and up, lift, bend, down, okay, now go, hip, hip, hooray, go the other side. Release the hips, hip, and around. Okay, now we're going to be working the abductors. So you can use a chair. You don't have to be at a bar. So what you want to do is zip up your zipper. You're going to turn your inside leg out on the diagonal to line up with your hip. And if you have a chair, you're going to hold on to it. But you're going to bend that knee. And you're going to take your opposite foot out on the diagonal. So you want to lift your ribs off your hips. You can lean down a little bit. But when you're lifting, it's from the side. Touch and lift. Lift. Touch. So try not to collapse. And so it's touch. Touch. So a little bit back on the diagonal. There you go. And 4. And 3. 2. 1. Now hold. 8. And 7, keep holding yourself together from the core. And 4, lifting shoulders down and away. Flex your heel. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and bend. Now open your toes. Reach from the bottom of your butt to the back of your heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, up, bend, down, up, bend, down, up, bend, down, up, bend. 4, try not to collapse into your chair, but hold yourself up. 2, 1, and press back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out and down. Turn face the other way. And so turn your left toe out, bring it out, Zip up your zipper, touch it, lift, and touch. And hold, 8. 7, bend that knee, zip up. 5 and 4, 3, 2, flex your heel, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 8, 7, 6, try to keep it at the same height, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, up, bend. Down, up, bend. Down, up, bend. Down, up, bend. 4 more. Keep lifting, 3, not to collapse. 2, 1, and stay. Press back, and 8, 7. So everything at the same height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach. And down. So we're going to stretch out a little bit before we do a little bit more work. So you're going to use a chair to put your hands on. So you want to just push into your chair and you're going to take a giant step forward with your right foot. You want to look down on both of your feet, make sure they're both aiming straight ahead. And then you're going to bend your back knee to a front, to a right angle. Now you're going to lift up your rib cage, and now you're going to press your knee down, tuck your pelvis forward, lift your rib cage off your hips, lean back. You want to feel that stretch all the way up right into your psoas. And come back to center, so you're going to tap, tuck, lean back, lift the rib cage up. Now, from center, put that foot flat on the mat, on the ground. Bend your front knee and just push your hands forward and lift your ribs up, and you're going to get a big stretch in your calf. You want to make sure your foot is straight and not turned out. Okay, now, so Donna, press your left heel to the left just a little bit more. There. And you too, press your left heel towards me. There. And now lift up your rib cage. Feel that big stretch in your calf. And then you're going to step back with your right foot, bring your left foot forward. Come up on the ball of your right foot, big toe and pinky toe. Bring your knee directly beneath your hip, shoulders stacked above your ribs and your hips. You're going to press your knee down, tuck your hips forward, lift your rib cage up and lean back. Now take your knee and press it towards the other knee. It's going to be a bigger stretch that way. Good, and come back to center. Bring your knee down, press towards the other knee, tuck your pelvis, press your knee to the other knee, and come back and breathe. Okay, now take that foot flat. Lift your rib cage up, make sure your foot is in a straight line, and lean right into it and breathe. You want to stand with your feet hip distance apart. You want to make sure your feet are in line, your knees are soft. Drop your tailbone, bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Palms up. Squeeze your bones to your body and reach straight. So pretend like you're scraping the tops of your hands and your forearms on the floor. Reach. And you're squeezing a sponge under your armpit. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze, press. Hugging your elbows to your body. Put a tomato in your elbow. Squish it, let it fall. Squish, let it go. Squish, let it go. Squish, let it go. Squish and reverse. Loose up, press. Hugging your elbows to your body. Up, press. Up, press. 4, press. 3, press, 2, press, 1, press, and forward, back, up, and down. Scoop, forward, up, shoulders down, away from the ear. Scoop, forward, squeeze, and press. Scoop, forward, squeeze, and press. Scoop, forward, squeeze, and press. One more. Scoop, forward, stay, and pulse it in. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press down. 8, 7, shoulders back, soft knees. 4, 3, 2, and squeeze and close. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Try to keep your ribs from popping. And 4, 3, 2, hold. Press out like you're hitchhiking, hugging your armpits to your body. 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach, squeeze, reach, squeeze from underneath your pips. And reach, 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 and pulse. 8, reach down. 6, bend your knees a little. 4, 3, 2, arms, up, down, squeeze, up, down, squeeze, and up, down, squeeze, up, down, squeeze, up, down, squeeze, up, down, squeeze, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, thumbs down, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Okay, so shoulders up and around, and it's in from the bicep, down from the tricep. So shoulders down and away from the ears, and rest. Just like you have a glass of water on your bicep, you're going to raise it to the ceiling and press back, and raise it to the ceiling and press back. Now press it at 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing. 4, bend your knees a little. 2, and up, and 8, 7, 6, 5, open your fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open, now let your armpits get heavy. Just balance the weight on the heel of your hand. Now press, press, press. Just let it get heavy. So the more you feel your shoulder blades sinking into your back, the more you feel. 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's up, down, scoop, up, down, up, and track. 4, and track. 3, down, 2, down, 1, and now reach, pull, reach. Now hug your armpits to your body. Give yourself a big wedgie. Pull, and pull, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold, squeeze. Squeeze, get your shoulders down, away from the ears, and 4, and 3, 2. Now elbows to the ceiling. Press, and in. Press, and in. So you're pushing your elbows to the ceiling, squeezing your armpits to the body. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, stay. Press up, and 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2 now thumb and palm. So it's thumb and palm. Thumb, elbows high, armpits in. Thumb, back of the neck is long and fast. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breath. 8 and 7 and 6. Shoulders down and away from the ears. You lift your chest. 3, 2, and press. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now in and fast. Thumb and palm. Thumb and palm. Thumb and palm. 4 and 1 and 4 and fast. And 3 and fast. 2 and fast. 1. And come down and just let it go. Okay, so we're going to do a little butt work, a little ab work, and some more stretching. So you're going to take a ball, put it between your thighs, right beneath your knee. If you don't have a ball, you can use a block, or you can just press your thighs together. You might even have a small pillow at your house that you can use as well. All right, so you're going to squeeze your thighs, and you're going to roll yourself down. And while you're on the mat, you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to bring your shoulders up, back, and down. And then inhale a big breath and exhale, let your ribs come down. Walk your feet a little closer to your buns. Make sure you're reaching into the instep of your feet. You're going to squeeze your thighs, and you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to lift your butt up in the air. As you squeeze your knees, pushing into your arches and squeezing your buns. And you're going to drop down. And exhale again. So you're going to lift up for 8 and drop. And 7 and drop. And 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold. Squeeze your knees together. Press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Pulse to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Now you can bring your big toes together and press the side of your feet out as if you were snow plowing. We're trying to push something away with the heels. And you're going to drop down and squeeze 8. Drop down and squeeze 7 and 6 and 5. Keep your breath flowing. And 3 and 2 and hold and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Press your knees together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep your hips at that same height. Good. And turn your toes out. Squeeze the ball. Draw it up into your belly. Drop down, squeeze. 8. Drop down, squeeze. 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 more. Just point your toes out. And 3 more. And 2 more. And stay. Pulse to the ceiling. 8. Squeezing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay. Push your knees together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet parallel. So you're going to turn the block. So Nicole had a block. So when we did our toes out, she needed to turn the block wide, widthwise, so that she could get a good squeeze. And now you're back to parallel. Drop down, squeeze. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop down. You're going to hug your knees into your chest and roll your hips from side to side. Okay, so from here, you're going to reach your arms up over your head, spread your fingers out. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, let your shoulder blades come wide on the mat. You're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, your waistband, if you were wearing a belt, Let it sink into the mat as you bow up. And then now push down into that belt line and come back. It's like you're holding a box. Your shoulders stay pulled into the socket. When you come up, your head comes up because your ribs are taking you over your abs, not your neck. And come back down. You're hinging right on the bottom line. And 3, right at your knees and come back. And 4, and back. And 4 more, pulling your arms in the socket. And breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in. And last one, breathe out, and breathe in, and bring your hands down. Keeping your spine very long and the very bottom of your tailbone heavy. So your back is going to come up off the mat a little to stay heavy on the very bottom of your tailbone. And then feel the space under your back, scoop your belly in, and bring your rib cage down. Keeping that tailbone heavy as if it was an anchor. You're going to squeeze whatever you have between your knees and pull. You might want to turn your block the other way. And then you're just going to lift your knees up in the air. If it's too much for your lower back, you can do one knee at a time. But what you want to do is get heavy on the very bottom of your tailbone and get your ribs down. And you're going to squeeze that ball, from the shin down to the feet be heavy and relaxed. And you're going to lower your toes to the mat, stay. Press down into the bottom of your tailbone, scoop your belly in, exhale up for 8. Inhale down, exhale up for 7. Try to keep the ribs connected to the hips. And 5 and below. 4, exhale. Shoulders are relaxed. All the work is in the center. 3 more. And 2 and 1. And put your feet down. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Draw your shoulder blades into the spine. Circle your arms around. Scoop your belly in. Sink down into your waistband and float yourself up. So if your feet pop up in the air, it's your hip flexors gripping so you can slide your feet away and reach into your heels. You want heavy on the heels, heavy on your sit bones. And you're going to inhale, imagine you're holding a box, pull your shoulders back, and you're going to curl halfway back and stay. Heavy on the sit bones, arms up for 3, and 2, and 1. And inhale, roll down. Reach your arms up over your head, circle your arms around, squeeze your armpits into the body, let your waistband sink into the mat, float your rib cage up, and roll back halfway, and 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, roll down, reach your arms up over your head, shoulder blades down on the mat, ribs connect, waistband sinks into the mat, and you float back up. And now roll back halfway and stay. Let your feet relax. Pick up your knees for 3, 2, 1. Put your feet down. Inhale, curl your tailbone. Articulate from the base of the spine to your head. Circle around. Armpits into the body. Waistband sinks your rib cage. Floats up. Pick up your knees. 3, 2, 1. Put your feet down. Scoop the belly in. Come all the way down. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, circle around. Let your waistband sink and come up. Pick up your knees. Twist to the right for 3, and back, and 2, and back, and 1, and back. Put your feet down. Inhale, curl under, roll down. Reach your arms up over your head. Squeeze your armpits into the body. The waistband sinks. Your chest floats up. Knees up, go to the left. For 3, try to keep your feet the same distance as your knees. And 1, and Donna's doing a nice modification. Thank you for that, Donna. Inhale, roll down, reach over, and now the grand finale, armpits in. Squeeze through, let your waistband sink, float up, curl back, feet up, hands 3, and 2, and 1, squeeze, and toes down, 3, and 2, and 1, and twist to the right, 3, and 2, and 1, and twist to the left for 3, and 2, and 1, feet down, inhale, roll all the way down. Nice. Okay, now from here, we're gonna flip over onto our bellies. You're gonna come all the way down. You're gonna cross your arms, put your head on your forearms, and you're gonna roll your hips from side to side. And you wanna feel the front of your hips weighting down into the mat. So you might notice one is more connected to the other. So it's like where you would have pockets. You don't want to be able to shove your hand. You want the space down. You're going to pick up your right leg from the bottom of your buns, lift it up in the air, reach it away like you're going to push a button on the elevator and put it down. And from the back of the left, lift that leg up, reach it away and put it down. And then you're going to feel the front of your hips more connected to the mat. You're going to take your palms and you're going to hug them right next to your armpits. Spread your hands out so that your whole hand is on the mat and roll your elbows in. Imagine you have two sponges underneath your armpits and you're going to squeeze them in. You're going to reach the top of your toes down and the tip of your pubic bone into the mat, hugging your elbows in. You're going to lift yourself up as high as you can without your shoulders rising, and then exhale, you're going to lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Lengthen the back of your neck, looking down as you come down. Hugging your armpits in, reaching into the heels of your hands, squeezing your arms to your body, reach down into your pubic bone and lift. Exhale, squeeze and lower yourself down. And again, hug, squeeze and lift. Now you can come all the way up, but not if you're gonna hunch through your shoulders. You have to have the strength from your serratus and your triceps and your abs. And one more time, squeeze in and come all the way up. Good, and exhale down. Nice, cross your arms and swish your feet from side to side. From here, you're gonna pick up your left hand and you're gonna put your forehead down on it. You're gonna reach your left leg away. You're gonna grab your right foot, and if that is too difficult, you can use a strap to wrap around your foot to pull in. But what I want you to do is to roll that hip from side to side, let it lengthen onto your mat. You're gonna take that knee, reach it away from you, and then you're gonna squeeze your knee towards your other knee. And you're gonna tuck your pubic bone down into the mat and pull with your hand on that foot, reaching that knee across the body, across the room. And now you're gonna push into your elbow and come up, maybe. It might be enough of a stretch just to hold your foot there. And you're gonna tuck and lift and breathe. And bring that foot down. And roll your hips from side to side. Cross your right arm, put your forehead down, grab your left foot. Squeeze your left knee to your right knee. Open up the front of that hip into the mat. Reach from your hip to your knee across the room, squeezing that knee to your body. Reach your pubic bone down, push into your elbow and lift your rib cage up. And breathe. And come down. You're gonna push into your hands, sit back on your feet for a nice shell stretch. Or child pose, you're gonna open your knees to the sides of the mat and just let your belly come through, reach your palms out. Take a deep breath in and you wanna scoop your belly into your back and think of reaching your tailbone down as your belly scoops under it. And breathe. And then you're gonna pick up your left hand, reach across, and imagine like you're trying to reach too far away, like something's just getting away from you. Bring your hand down heavy and sit back, reaching that left hip towards the corner of the mat. And you want to feel the stretch right from your armpit through the rib cage down into that hip. It's really a very delicious stretch. And you can curl your tailbone under and make it a little bit deeper. And come back to center. Pick up your right hand, bring it down, scoop the belly in, reach that right hip over the corner, scooping and dragging that arm, feeling it right through the rib cage, right in the armpit, right down the lat seam, and come back to center, and come on up, and you're gonna have a seat. So we're gonna stretch the piriformis. So this is a tough one because most people are very tight there. So you may want to either roll your mat way up and sit on top of it, or sit on top of a block. So you're gonna come up, mine are super tight, so you're gonna come up and you're gonna pick up your right foot and cross over like the number 4. You wanna make sure you're not gripping too much through the ankle, so you're gonna open that up. And you wanna look at your foot that's in front of you and you wanna make sure it doesn't twist. You wanna open it up like it's saying stop. And then you're just gonna bring your hands behind you, lift your rib cage up and lean forward. You're gonna feel it in the inner thigh as much as you feel it in the outside of that hip. So push into your fingertips and lift up your chest and just hinge from the waist. And if you happen to be flexible through your hips, which I am not, you can come forward and fold. Like that. And you can grab that foot, or you can take your strap, reach into that foot, make sure that foot's straight, don't let it twist, and then pull with that arm and lift your chest up. Brutal.
It's true.
And you want to keep, so see how we're dumping into our right hip? You want to push into your right hand and take it over to the left side, and that makes it more stretchy on your right. Good, and bring it down and switch. Shake it out. Pick up your left foot, cross over the right. You want to look at your foot in the mirror, or look at your foot. You don't have a mirror. Your foot's going to be turned sideways. You want to line it up nice and straight. So let's even start with a strap. You can use a scarf, a strap, a belt, and you want to start with your fingertips back and just lift up first. Make sure you don't have tension in that ankle in front of you. Just lift and breathe into it. So you want to think of your ribs coming right up off the hips as you hinge forward from the waist. And then if you want more of a deep stretch, you can grab, open the bottom of your foot. You're going to get into that calf too and lift your rib cage up. You can even press down into that knee a little and breathe. Go by feel and come down and shake it out. Okay, now we're gonna stretch the hamstrings. So you're gonna bring the bottoms of your feet forward. And again, it's the same thing. If you sit like this and your back hunches, it just means your back and your hamstrings are tight. So you might want to roll up and sit on top of a block or on your mat, make it higher. You can even put a pillow under your hips.
Tax bonus.
Grab your strap and put your feet in it. You want to roll it around and just look at the bottoms of your feet and make sure they're square. And you're going to pull, lift your rib cage up so you can grab the bottoms of your feet if you can do that. Now, lift up your chest and hinge from the waist. So you're going to feel that stretch maybe even deep in your lower back. And now lift up again. Imagine like you're taking your rib cage and you're serving your rib cage to your toenails. And lift. And then you're going to bend your right knee and reach into the back of the left hamstring. The left knee is going to come down on the mat. You're going to feel it. Make sure you keep that foot flat. So if you're not using the strap, you want to pull from the side of the foot and breathe and lift the chest up and then switch. You're going to bend your left knee, square off the right, reach into the back of that knee, lift your rib cage up and breathe. Goes right up into your lower back. Chest high, so serving your ribs to your toenails and breathe. Good. And come back. Then for your inner thighs, you're going to lift, you're going to open your legs and lift yourself up and hinge forward. Same thing. If you're sitting with your back all pulled down like this, you're going to need to roll your mat up and sit up tall. So what you want to do is you want to slide forward, lift your chest up. So first bend your knees and think of your ribs coming up and forward, pressing down into the palms of your hands, chest high, and then reach your back of your knees down and hinge from the waist. So you're going to creep your fingers forward like little spiders, lifting your ribs up and just breathing. And then you can bring your hands back and you can scoot a little bit more forward. And again, lift your rib cage up, hinge from the waist. Go down as far as you can go down to your elbows, but you don't want to hunch too much through the middle back. You want to always think like you're lifting your ribs. And breathe. And then you're going to come up and you're going to reach your right hand on your right shin. You're going to bring your left hand up, scoop, so reach out like you're grabbing the wall, and you're going to exhale, pull it with you as you come up and over. Now, you want to take your left rib and reach out, but look to the right, and breathe. And then you're going to turn square towards that foot. Grab whatever you can. So if you're real tight, you'll be here. If you're a little bit more flexible, it just doesn't matter. It's where you feel the stretch is what's appropriate. Now lift your rib cage up and then just hinge that way. And then you're going to come up to the other side. Left hand to the left shin. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, lift up and over. So try to square that rib cage off and then turn and look at your foot. And breathe into it. And turn. Grab, lift the rib cage up. And hinge from the waist. And scoop your belly in and come all the way up. Back together and shake it out. That's it for today, girls. I hope you got a good whooping and look forward to some more videos soon.